Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are going here to start the latest news about the festival character we should be getting in about 1 week or so. I believe the festival should be arriving on the 24th, so pretty much next Thursday for me. And we already have a few updates here. A lot of people found very weird and confusing that the current banner did not have the newest LR candidate in Helbram, but there you go. This is the reason why we didn't have him on the Blue Freyr banner, because he's being given for free, pretty much. This banner here will be part of the pretty much global 5.5 anniversary Eve. So this week we're going to have this update starting tomorrow. We can get 154 free summons. So we're going to stop a little bit short from getting Hell for free, I think. So we'll be getting these tickets, I believe login or through separate events. And this is the pool of characters that we can get from this special Festival Eve banner. Let me open this right here. Oh, wrong button, 1 second. Yeah, so that I can scribble on the screen a little bit. From all of these characters, the only one that really has some value per se, in my opinion, would be her. Blue Valenti, very decent character for Red to this day. Oh, can't I click it? Oh, I can only open it bigger, apparently. Yeah, let's do it like this. So, Miguelda has been given for free many times over, not that good anymore. Same thing goes for Green Yor and Red Toner. I believe she was also given for free, so not that good. Can't be very useful. She has a decent place on the Red team. He is to this day one of the best links, and she is also still very good for humans team in the PvE side of things. Nanashi is the second best backline for unknowns, the first one now being Green Camilla. He can be useful on dogs, but other than that, I don't use him very much. And also a good link, but I think that's it. The biggest selling point of this banner is from here, because these commandments are not too often on banners. For example, I play for about a year and a half. I never even managed to get this guy. I still believe I do not have her nor him. Okay, he has been acquirable in a few different ways. But yeah, a few of these characters can be somewhat rare. And of course, here we get our boy Helbram, the newest LR to come. These are going to be our loyalty rewards. Up to Helbram is guaranteed we can get him. But I believe that, actually, to be fair, I believe even Wild will be free. Every single iteration of Wild has been free so far. So I believe up to 180 we'll get for free, but you will have to spend a few gems if you want to go up and acquire Hell. I do not recommend you do that, because Hell is not in a very good position right now. She already has her Holy Relic, which still doesn't do much for her. And also we have a much better Hell in the Green Hell from a couple months ago. So this is it for the seasonal banner. Most of this banner will be free, so you can get Demon King for free, Wild for free, and Helbram for free if you don't have him still. And talking about Helbram, the newest LR is here. I already read his kit a little bit. He resembles a lot Green Sigurd. He's going to be very similar, like in function-wise, for the fairy team as the Green Sigurd is for the human team. So let's take a look here. Let's start with his unique. Wait a second. Oh, I thought I had his unique opened here. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to open it and be right back. Forgive me, I am blind. Apparently, I literally just skipped right through this. Okay, let's try to... Exactly, now it's much easier to see. Beforehand, his unique was pretty much just when he's on the field and he would get some basic stats. Look at how much it changed from this to this. Now, I still do not understand why they keep restricting this and don't allow most fairies to be usable. And, well, not most fairies, but, to give us more options for deathmatch. They are always putting this here, excluding deathmatch for some reason. Anyway, now he's going to be a great backline support for fairies. So he's going to increase attack-related stats by 7% for each ally participating in battle, so up to 21%. And in this part, he resembles a little bit the green LR Escanor for me, because if all allies are fairies, he's going to apply a debuff on the enemy team. And this is the part where he has a little bit of a green Sigurd going on for him. He's going to be reducing everybody's stats up to 4 times every time the enemy uses a skill. And here's the thing, once Helbram comes into the field, he's going to remove all of these stone needles from the enemies, and the enemy that has 2 or more stone needles removed, so pretty much is going to petrify one of the enemies for 1 turn. And just as a bonus, the cherry on top, he's going to increase damage dealt by 50% to the whole team when there's a petrified enemy. So he petrifies once he comes into the field, and we have King in the end that also petrifies. So now we are seeing a new gameplay where you can just have his petrify, attack everybody en masse, kill everything, then use a card with King in the end, petrify again, and once more get devastating AoE damage with their AoE skill. And I'm saying that this character here is a very good backline. It reminds me a little bit of her. She currently, before his release, is the best backline for fairies, but she's a collab character. So that's why people are not too keen on her, pretty much, because she's a very limited character and difficult to acquire. But look at this. She's going to increase everybody's stats by 6%. Helbram does 7%. But we also have this. For each buff applied to an ally, their attack stats increase by 4. So technically speaking, I would say that Beta is still a better backline support, because you even have this. When a fairy ally takes damage, they recover 15% of max HP at the start of turn. So while Helbram is pretty much giving them giving them basic stats and the petrify once he comes in, Beta is giving allies attack, basic stats, HP regen, and once she comes into the field, she's going to apply Shadow, which pretty much increases everybody's pierce rate and decreases everybody's damage taken. So yeah, Helbram is not going to replace Beta if you have her, but he is now a decent second option for a backline in the fairy team. If you are being too crazy, you can even try to run them both, I guess, but I don't see any point in doing that. Yes, you might overcharge a little bit your attackers, but your team composition overall is going to decrease. The only explanation I've seen people actually use that makes sense for you to use Helbram is because since he's going to be an LR, that means he's going to have a very good CC in comparison to Beta. So that makes sense. And also, we can't forget, it's not showing here, but his Holy Relic increases, I believe, the whole fairy team's damage. Okay, let me pause real quick. I'm going to get his relic and be right back. Okay, and once again we're back and Reddit for the win once more. So here it is. His Holy Relic increased fairies allies basic stats by 20%. I was completely forgetting to take this into consideration. With this in mind, it means that now he's going to be given what? 21% plus 20%. He's going to be given 41% basic stats to the whole team, which is crazy. You know what? I think I'm going to have to test him. I know that Beta does more things with the attack stat, with the with her shadow field that she deploys, the HP regen that she grants everybody. But if you want to make a full offensive team, maybe Fairy Helbram might be a better choice. And his skills, though, I don't see him doing much damage, but they can be very tactical. For example, his debuff skill removes ult gauge. That's it. Levels 1, 2, and 3 will deplete 1, 2, and 3 gauge orbs respectively. Now this one here from level 2 can also petrify, which would fit very well with his unique. So now you have 3 ways of actually technically 4 ways of petrifying in the fairy team, with LR King, LR Helbram using the debuff skill, LR Helbram coming into the field, and King and DN. So if you are able to leverage the petrifies correctly, your team will be doing massive damage quite often. But his ultimate is not much, just cancel buffs and stances on all enemies. That's it. Oh, removes debuffs from allies, that's actually good. Damage-wise, I don't see this doing much damage. And with his special ultimate, it just increases the attack. Everything else stays the same. Cancel buffs, stances, remove debuff. That is it. Then coming back here, this is the summary for tomorrow's update. We're going to have the new Fairy Helbram LR. I already have over 100 LR coins, and I believe I already have Helbram. So I will try to LR him tomorrow and level him up. I'm not sure I have enough XP potions to max out an LR character. Takes a shit ton of resources. Let's hope I have enough. And I will try to do a few PvE and PvP matches in the following week, trying to use him in the fairy team. I will actually do both, try to use him in the front line and in the back line, because I want to see the value that his support does, of course, but I also want to see what he himself is capable of doing. So I'm going to take a little while to test him out. I believe by next week I should have a video using him in the channel. And I think this is it. Yes, this, okay, rewards, okay, pay to win. The event here we have already seen, the festival anniversary eve, with him guaranteed, so they are pretty much giving him to us. Okay, so we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 of these pulls. So 140, okay. Yeah, we probably will have to cash a little bit to be able to get health. Okay, these for the event rewards, fine. And the weekly one is resetting. Yes, that's it. So the big highlight here, in my opinion, is actually the Helbram LR. I want to see how he can shake up the fairy team, if he can actually fit there and replace Beta. But either way, he is a very, very good addition to the game. To those players who were not playing when Eminence and Shadow collab was here, or who just were not fortunate enough to pull Beta. Now, I'm very curious, what do you think about him? Do you think he will have a place in the main fairy team with King and DN? And I think it's, well, but the fairy team is Alpha, King and DN, and Shadow. Okay, no, this is going to, I'm going to have to try a completely different fairy setup, because, yeah, maybe using Lancelot, I guess. Anyway, how excited are you about this character? And about the whole update? Since the festival eve is going to start this week, I believe by next week we should be already having news of the new festival. Who do you think it is? Well, I guess this will be it for today's video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.